Fulham have knocked out Manchester United from the FA Cup, and I think it has been really something that Arsenal fans will obviously sit there and obviously enjoy about, because the side of Man United went ahead to obviously knock out Arsenal in the FA Cup, and guess what? It has been Fulham that have gone ahead to obviously knock out Manchester United in the FA Cup. And smash like button, comment and share if you're watching us for the very first time. Endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Remember, Arsenal was drawn with Manchester United on the third round of the FA Cup. It was played on the 12th of January and it ended 1-1 as it did today, and United won on penalties 5-3. You remember that well. Then after, United went ahead to obviously be drawn with Leicester City, and United knocked out Leicester City by 2-1 in the fourth round. Then on this round of the fifth round of the FA Cup, they are drawn with Fulham, and they came in here and they thought that maybe they could obviously make it happen. And what will make it sweet to the fans of Arsenal is that Chido Obi Martin, who United went ahead to sign from the academy of Arsenal, went ahead to get a chance to put United ahead of Fulham. And guess who made a very brilliant save? It was Arsenal's former player, the goalkeeper Bernd Leno. And after that, Bernd Leno found himself in a position of denying two players of Manchester United to score penalties, and that was Lindelof, who took the fourth penalty. And Bernd Leno went ahead obviously deny him to obviously see that penalty go in. Even the player called Joshua Zirkzee went ahead to obviously get denied. And Joshua Zirkzee is a player that scored the winner, at the Emirates when United knocked out Arsenal. You understand? So that's exactly what you're really having right now in here onto the Rokani Media Football. Manchester United has been knocked out by a London force. And for those that really follow me onto the United Matters channel, I had gone ahead obviously raise my expectations. I never saw United winning this game. All I thought was a draw, and I predicted it to end in penalties, but I never knew who will obviously win the penalties, because Fulham has players that really have the intensity, and it's Kevin Bassey who scored a set piece, and that set piece really went in through to it that Man United conceded it. And by the way, United have gone ahead to concede very many set pieces, Then that was in the 45th plus first minute as the first half came to an end. Then at the beginning, 26 minutes into the second half, Bruno Fernandes got a very good pullback from Dalot and went ahead to hit it in the back of the net. That's how United leveled. But when United leveled, they really did all they had to do, but they couldn't obviously find themselves really winning this beautiful game of football. And they played very well, but they couldn't obviously come up. They had close to 20 shots, and 20 shots at goal and 9 shots on target. And I think Fulham had 9, and I think they had like 4 or 5 on to target. And Fulham had 60% of the possession. United had 40% of the possession. It shows you that Fulham were really having a game plan to obviously come at Manchester United and do the needful to obviously knock them out. Then we've gone ahead obviously getting people who have gone ahead obviously speak about this result that has seen United really get knocked out. And one is Zinyi Boswell, who works with the Sky Sport. He has said Manchester United fought hard in extra time and had chances to win it with Chido Obi, but they didn't do enough to beat Fulham. They are now left with just the UEFA Europa League to give them any hope of silverware or European qualification next season. I think the overall, United really did well. And I was like, I think the moment they conceded the first goal, confidence levels went ahead to obviously drop down. They went south because going ahead to win the game of Ipswich, you would love to obviously come into this game of playing against Fulham, a tricky team, and you go ahead and obviously get your first goal in there. You understand? But They fought hard, but the confidence levels were really down. So, extra time chances were there, but we couldn't obviously win it. Then Micah Richards, you know him very well, played for Man City. He has come out and said that it's a big win for Fulham. I know what Man United aren't what they were, but to come to Old Trafford and win is massive. It sums up Fulham's season. They have been excellent in the league and have brought that confidence into the cup. So, Fulham going to Manchester United and obviously getting a win, it's really very good and important because United last lost to Fulham in the FA Cup in 1908. How many years are those? You know, how many centuries? Because you have to add 100 years to obviously go to 2008. You know, if you had after those 100 years, you have to add more 17. That is 117 years since United last lost to Fulham in an FA Cup. You know, so Fulham has done their job, and I like the way the manager really handled the game. Willian came off the bench, and Raul Jimenez also came off the bench. Then Jay Bothroyd, he was at Arsenal, and he was one of those players that went ahead to make their debuts, but he never long lived at Arsenal because of the disciplinary issues that he had with Arsene Wenger. He said it was a great FA Cup tie. There are positives to take for Manchester United in extra time, but looking at the whole game, Fulham did deserve it. So, he's like, there are positives for Man United to take in, you know, but I think the biggest positive that United would have gone ahead to take out of this game would have gone ahead, obviously, go to the next round. I don't really believe that. In a knockout stage, you obviously think of your performances like chances created, because if those chances are not taken and your opponent takes his, you are out. If it's the league, it's okay. It's okay. If it was a two-legged tie, and this being the first tie, that would have been okay. Would have gone ahead to be one of the best performances to obviously build on. But remember, United performed very well into the dying minutes of in the extra time. So I don't really take it. I don't take positives apart from Chido Obi Martin. You know, Chido Obi Martin looked good and looked great, and I think he's really sending a message to Ruben Amorim that get me more minutes. Even today we saw to it that Ruben Amorim went ahead obviously get him more and more minutes in the mix. So the draws have been held. Fulham is going to be hosting Crystal Palace. Preston is going to be hosting Aston Villa. Bournemouth is going to be hosting Man City. And Brighton is going to be hosting Nottingham Forest. So, looks like Aston Villa for me is through. And I think Man City, they'll keep it in. Then on the semi-finals, we might have a final between Aston Villa and Man City. I think that's the final that anyone would obviously love to watch in the FA Cup. Not so, guys? So, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Fulham knocking out Manchester United, courtesy of the former Arsenal goalkeeper Bernd Leno, denying Chido Obi Martin a 1v1, and obviously saving 2 penalties in the 5 that United took. And it's Bruno Fernandes, Dalot, and Casemiro that went ahead to obviously score. For the side of Fulham, I saw Sander Berge, I saw Willian scored, I saw Robinson went ahead obviously score a very beautiful penalty, and is it Muniz, you know? So those went ahead obviously take beautiful penalties, and that's so to it that the side of United's journey to defend the FA Cup came to an end. And by the way, I think we're going to be the very first time for United to play in 3 consecutive FA Cup finals, because 2023 United played the FA Cup final, 2024 the same thing, and 2025 United had really a very big chance to play there because they had been drawn against Crystal Palace, though Palace had gone ahead to beat Ruben Amorim at Old Trafford by 2-0. So guys, I sign out for now. See you later. And the Muslims, Ramadan Kareem, and this is the second video of the day. I think the microphone is now all set, because in the first video you complained about the volume, but this time around I think all has been sorted and you guys are really good to go. Bye bye, see you when you see me, I love you all, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit 25,000 subscribers onto this beautiful channel. We out.